Way of Will John.
You must have seen all of the UFO, all of the talk. Have you talked about any of this on the channel yet? Have you commented? Or are you staying away from it?
I am staying away from it. I did a video about the DoD, so Department of Defense, released 3 videos, and it was from the infrared, the forward-looking infrared, the targeting pod, the AT FLIR. And I just broke them down. That's all I did. I'm like, look, I'm going to take what's official and break it down. I'm not going to make any judgments or anything like that. I'm just going to say, hey, here's what it could be. And the fallout from those videos, just the comments, because I think when you get into that topic, it's almost a religion, and people want to, it's the I want to believe. But then if you say anything that's counter to what they already believe, they'll try to convince you. And it's like, look, I don't know. I just don't know what I don't know. I mean, I've personally never seen anything. The unidentified things that I've seen ended up being identified. Like, it was like, oh, I don't know what that is. Oh, yeah, okay, it's a weather balloon, or oh, it's something else. I don't have any personal experience with that. I know guys have, and I'm not saying that what they're doing. My thought on the whole thing is, it's a big universe. The odds of something else being out there, yeah, okay, pretty good. The odds of us being visited, probably not. I mean, I just, with us not knowing it, unless there's something we're just missing, I don't know. But I try to avoid it, because it's one of those topics where it's just like, I don't know enough. I'm not smart on it.
Right. Yeah. People feel very strongly on the UFO thing. I mean, it's a fascinating subject. There's no way around it. I mean, there's probably nothing more fascinating if we find out that, sort of definitive proof. Right?
It would be cool. Yeah. I mean, I love the alien stories, like, Prometheus. I thought that was a really good concept. Even the new Chris Pratt movie, the Tomorrow War, I mean,
I haven't seen
look
it.
At the alien stuff like that. It's got its issues, but it's still entertaining, I mean, but stuff like that, I'm like, oh yeah, that's fascinating. I'd love for it to be true. Well, obviously not the planet killing aliens, but the idea of, there's something else out there for sure. But I'm just not going to be one that goes, yes, they exist. No, they don't exist. I don't know.
Well, then, even still somewhat on the same subject, but not necessarily, why does it have to be aliens, right? Like, what about all of these? Everybody has, I mean, this is not secret knowledge that from the major superpowers in the world are working with propulsion systems and trying to do things and trying to advance all sorts of things. That's just fact. We don't have to discuss that or not. So have you seen, does anything pop out in your head? Are you thinking like, wow, that would be cool, this is possible? Or, I mean, obviously you're not going to be able to comment if you've flown some crazy thing, but I find that stuff fascinating because it doesn't necessarily make its way all the way to the commercial. I would love to get home from Europe to Kansas in an hour if we could just get that out of the black world. I'm just saying.
Right.
I understand.
Yeah. No, I'm with you, and it's entirely possible. And I will say that people are like, well, it can't be something classified because the Navy didn't know about it. And I'm here to tell you, the Navy within itself probably wouldn't know if the Navy were testing something. Like the level of bureaucracy that is in our military and government, it would not surprise me if it were some, black site, skunk works. Right. Yeah. I mean, and they were testing something and they just happened to stumble upon it because somebody didn't do the right paperwork at this point to make sure nobody was around or something like that. I mean, because it's the government. I mean, anytime the government's involved, they're probably going to screw something up. So yeah, I firmly believe that is possible, but I don't know. I mean, it's cool to talk about, but I wouldn't, it's not like we're, actually making contact or anything. Everything is unsubstantiated until you get something high fidelity.
Until it is.